Hey, good morning, everyone. Dennis Kaye here with Belize Islands Real Estate. Just a little note about the upcoming video that you're going to see next. This was an interview that Steph and I did yesterday with one of our latest clients who bought at Secret Beach. And just a little note, right in the middle of the video, we started hearing all sorts of sirens and commotion outside. And I was like, what in the world is going on? Well, it turns out that there was a fire about a couple blocks from our apartment. And so right towards the end of the interview, I had to get up and go and yell out to a neighbor if he knew what's going on. And then we had to cut the interview a little bit short because I just had to figure out if our apartment was going to be affected or what was really happening, because there's police on the streets and all sorts of stuff going on. Ended up being okay, but when you watch the video, if towards the end you hear a lot of commotion and you see it getting a little awkward, you know why. Steph and I like to keep these videos that we post just raw, unedited. We're real people. We're interviewing real people, and we just like to give you the real flavor of, hey, you know what? This is life. Life happens. All right, so enjoy the interview with Chris Anderson. We'd like to welcome him and his wife to Secret Beach, and hope to see them and all of you down there in paradise real soon. Take care. Enjoy the video. So what are we doing today?
Something I really like doing, talking to people who are excited about Belize.
So in a minute here, I'm going to let Chris in on the Zoom meeting. Now, Chris and his wife, they just closed on a property near Secret Beach, just a few hundred feet from the beautiful waters of Ambergris Caye. And so he's agreed to be interviewed, but none of this is rehearsed. This is just going to be just a normal conversation with normal people. We want to see who's buying in Belize, why. And so without further ado, let's invite Chris in. And I'll tell him we're recording him, obviously, but let me invite him
in. Hey.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. We finally get a chance to see Steph.
Hey,
all
we
right.
Can't, wait, hang on a second. We can't see you. Put your camera on, bro.
Oh, you can't see me? Let me see something. I feel real bad that y'all can't see me. How about now?
Oh, yeah, looking good.
Look, I had to get my business attire on.
Your business attire?
I like it.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hang on one second. So we're already recording.
Okay.
So just so you know, so this is a family-friendly channel, so keep it clean.
Looking good in blue, I like it.
I tell you, let me tell you a short thing while I'm in blue. Because, see, Dennis is laughing because usually I'm in my T-shirt and everything, I'm working from home. But my boss said, we need to have a meeting because we haven't met in 3 months since all this COVID and stuff. I'm like, okay, so I ran upstairs and got my shirt. I said, let me keep this going because I got to keep the job to keep the money coming.
But the big thing is, are you wearing your pajama pants or you put on real pants?
Well, I don't understand if I got pajamas on.
He does the same thing.
Yeah.
His are pajama shorts, so they're especially funny.
Absolutely. My wife bought me some blue ones. She just got them for me like day for yesterday, some blue shorts. Finally came in. I'm like, okay, he came in online. So it's like some blue. I said, what am I gonna do these shorts? She said, that's your pajama shorts. So I said, okay.
They're my dress pajamas. Yep.
Right. Oh, I'm so excited.
Why?
Because what you and Steph done for me, I was like, wow, me and Laura, when it finally closed, I just dropped to the floor and said, woohoo, exactly. And I said, woohoo. And Laura was like, we just had woohoo about it. I said, because it finally closed. She said, oh, yes. Because now the goal with her is she loves Belize because she's from there, but she's been gone so long, the heat get to her sometime.
Wow.
So I'm like, I said, so what are you trying to tell me? You don't want to go there? She said, oh, I'm going. She said, I'm going. We're going to go 5 months out of the year now. So that's a good option for us. So I can still work from home and take my work with me when I go to Belize, and then we come back until I completely retire. So that's the goal. I am so excited. So I wanted to tell y'all thank you. I know we recording and everything. Everybody out there, please listen to Dennis.
Yeah, I'll pay you later, Chris, for the shout out. So listen, I know your wife's from Belize, right? So you got some history there, but why did you choose the part of Belize you chose to buy property?
Well, we we had a deal. We said we was going to do like y'all. We was going to travel the world. So me, being in the military, we got a chance to do all that. So I told her, I said, we done been in different countries, and I told her, I said, well, it's seeming to me that everything is leaning towards Bahamas or Belize. And we got to thinking about Bahamas. One of our buddies went to Bahamas. He said, look, I'm going to Bahamas. I like it. I'm like, well, we like Belize. We haven't got a chance to go to Bahamas. So she wanted to get an all-inclusive to go to Bahamas. That's coming up. But she started realizing that her family and is in Belize and the family's here, like her children. Our children is here. So it's like, wow. I said, just think back to 2009 when you first turned me on to Belize. That was the first time I went to Belize since 2009. I said, I've been married to you for 26 years, and I'm just getting a chance to go to because the military, as you know, military in the States, you don't, it's not really you traveling the world. You're going there to do missions and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man. So now I got a chance to really see Belize. Like what you and Steph was saying, Hattieville, and we went to Chetumal, and we went to Carzal. I'm like, oh, this is not bad. I'm getting the best of both worlds here. If I wanted to go to the mountains, I can go to Orange Walk and all in places like that, and I get to see some woods and everything else if I want to hike. So we sat down and thought about it. I said, look, we need to get an opportunity, and that's what you need. See, you need opportunity. If that meets with luck, you're good to go. So we just start going to Belize every year. Once a year, we save up. And I thought about what y'all was saying in YouTube channels that, in the States here, you save up, you get 2 weeks for vacation, but by the time you get there, your 2 weeks is up. You never get a chance to enjoy it. So we got to thinking. I said, okay, we've been going to Belize since 2009. We have things invested. Your family's there. So I said, we're going to choose Belize. But when we started looking at her being a realtor, and she started going there talking to Remax, and Remax trying to persuade her to go work there, I said, that's a sign. That was 2 years ago. It was a sign. It's a sign. They're trying to tell you, take the job because she's a realtor. I said, just transfer to Remax and we'll be okay. So turn around. I said, now, you know what? 2 years go by. We never thought about it no more. And our son ended up with cancer. So we had, I was talking to our pastor and going through that battle, we started thinking of really looking at Belize. And this happened in 2 years ago when he was diagnosed with lymphoma. So it made me start thinking on what I need to do for the family. And, life, we plan things, but God is the one who actually plans it. And for us, going through with our son and my wife being from Belize, I said, it's a no-brainer. We might have to start pushing this up and pushing forward now to 2020, the pandemic. I'm like, if this ain't giving us signs, and it need to go. And one of her girlfriends got stuck in St. Martin's right before I seen your correspondence, you and Steph's correspondence. I said, hold on, this is another sign. And then God came back with my son beating the cancer, in remission. I said, he's trying to tell us that. So we went to the pastor. The pastor said, well, the first thing he said is, y'all are marriage ministers, so you have to, because we teach marriage ministry. So now you have to look at what do you want to do for the ministry of God. So I'm looking at, they have missions in Belize. So we started looking at everything, every aspect. And then I just happened to look on YouTube and said, I said, our money, our funds can't handle us to pay maybe $100,000 cash because we've been going to Caye, and we've been talking to one young lady. Her name is Victoria. She was selling a big house there. I don't know if you've ever been to Caye. She's had one of the biggest houses there. She have a wooden house that's in the back part of the island.
Yeah,
so we stayed there.
That's at. We know that house.
Yeah. So we stayed back there in that wooden house, and it's nice. They had a little pool and everything. And I'm like, wow. So me and Laura booked that for Airbnb. So we was there. We said, okay, if we're going to do Belize, let's go really check Belize out. Went to Belize. I loved it because we stayed in that house. She wanted $900,000 for the house. Sorry to put prices on your recording, but she wanted $900,000, a lot of house. But if you've been there, it's worth it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
oasis back there.
Yep.
So I knew I couldn't afford that. So I waited. We came back here, and then we seen your YouTube. Everybody listen to Dennis. If he can get you 10 by 10 for 10, go for it. The financing will help you live your dream. And this is the truth. Coming from someone who came from nothing, came from the streets of DC, Washington, DC, went to the military. I didn't let that define me. But Belize is where I want to be. And if you want to go to Belize, please listen to Dennis and Steph. They get you there. Because now we are living word for it. It's the word that God gave us, and he touched it. I don't look at YouTube. And she told me, Laura said, why you keep looking at YouTube? I said, I don't know. I'm just looking at it, just coming up. And you came on board. And I was like, this is another sign. God giving you 3 signs. What are you going to do? So I called her and said, I think we got our way to Belize. And because she always working all the time. So she said, no, what are you talking about? I said, how do you know you can trust that? Because you're thinking, everybody know they're probably thinking, how can you trust that? Thinking YouTube. I said, you know what? God had told me to make a phone call or shoot an email to this guy, Dennis Caye. And when I shot it to you, you was shooting from the hip and telling the truth and letting us know, hey, you can do this, you can do this. You don't have to do it this way. You can do expat, you can do different things. And I'm like, and I'm doing researching. I'm going back and forth. I'm like, okay, I got 2 more years so I can retire. What do I want to do? And this aspect, this is where I think I'm going with. I think I'm going to go that route. We're going to start out doing your way, you're saying, going to immigration every 30 days and just stamp your passport. And I'm very excited now. So I'm ready to be a neighbor.
Awesome, Chris. We can't wait to meet you in person, man.
We are super excited, and I'm so glad that your son is okay.
Yes. He's in remission now, and he's now he got a full set of hair now, and he's telling him, well, he's in college now, so he's like, well, I'm not going to Belize with y'all right now. I said, we don't expect you to go to college. We want to get there and just live for us two to go out, because we've been raising kids since we known each other since college. And it's like, wow, we're raising kids right after we got out of college without having kids. And it's like, wow, man, when am I gonna get a chance for us to go out and do something? And so she's been getting on me. She's been getting on me and getting on me. So y'all know we're trying to bring Belize here in Maryland, where it's gonna get cold. It's starting to get cold now. I had to go out and buy. She said, if you buy a place in Belize, you got to buy me a hot tub.
She's my kind of girl.
Yeah, when y'all meet her, you're gonna say it, because Maryland, I will show you. Let me show you. We already starting to get cold, and look, it's starting to get a little darker already. And it's only 11 o'clock. Yeah. So it's like, I know y'all come from Michigan, but we got the same kind of weather like Michigan. Once it start getting cold, the snow get to be 3 feet. Oh my goodness gracious, this is gonna be too much.
Right.
So she said she wants a hot tub.
Okay.
Oh man. I was scrambling for 3 months waiting for the clothes. We went out there. I hired somebody to build us a patio, and so it's a patio in the back. She's like, "You really sure?" I said, "I'm getting out of here. I don't want to stay here. I'm going to Belize."
And you'll have some time to rediscover each other. You know, it's like a second honeymoon.
Yes, and that's what we need. We you go through things in life.
Yeah.
We know that's the challenges of life. But I told her, if we keep sticking it out, keep doing what we do. Practice what we preach. Let me tell them, give everybody else books, and I promote books and everything, but Firestone and that's a great book to look at for marriages, especially if you're abroad, like what y'all doing. Yeah, y'all abroad.
We've been married. It'll be 28 years in February.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to take some pointers from y'all. I want some pointers from y'all. That's a woo. And you, what I like about you, Dennis, you tell the truth about Belize. There's no candy coating it. It's not for everybody.
No,
but
it's not.
If you really want to see, and you really want to feel that dream, please, y'all, I'm gonna say it again. Listen to Dennis and Steph. They're gonna tell you.
Oh, thanks so much, Chris.
I've seen him talk people down. They're like, no, I want to buy this really expensive property. And he's like, I don't think that's great for your, portfolio. I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe get something, maybe wait next year or get something way cheaper. Because, so I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, it's not good for them. I'm like, okay, whatever best for the person.
Right, and it works because I sent him someone. We ain't got to say his last name, but
I
Trey.
know, I
But
know,
we,
I know.
yeah, yeah.
I'm working on Trey, man. Come on, Trey. Trey,
I
if you're
know.
watching this video, man,
Trey.
I got a list of properties right here. I'm trying to get Trey to move on one. So if you're
I
listening
know.
to this, come on, man. Hold the trigger.
Let me tell you what's with him, Dennis. He already called me. I want to make sure you're closing yours. You know that doubting Thomas.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all that is. But once he found out today, I didn't tell him the good news yet. But Laura wanted me to wait until I talked to you and Steph, and they say, okay, because I don't want to like talk about any deals that y'all talking. But
Yeah.
Trey is the type of person is, if I'm telling him I did it and I close, he wants to make sure he go a little higher than me. Oh, I want to get something a little better.
Awesome. Oh man.
I love the challenge. So it's like, okay. So now Laura said to you and Steph, she said, you tell Dennis and Steph, now since we closed on ours, don't be surprised if her mother called and the dad, he wants something. They already got land in Hattieville.
Yeah.
Of course, but they haven't built on Hattieville. So I said, well, won't you build something so when hurricane season, we can go to your house in Hattieville.
Yeah, because you know we lived in Hattieville for 2.5 years. You know.
Yeah, I was reading this. I said, man, how did y'all do that? Because Hattieville, you know, it changed a little bit. And Ladyville, a lot of stuff has changed. So
yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
So
we were doing our mission work there in Hattieville. So yeah.
It was cool because like everyone knows everyone in Hattieville. So like if I lost him, I'd be like, hey, where's the white guy? Because he was the only white guy in the village. And they're like, oh, I saw him over on the other street. And they're like, oh, you mean Dennis? Like, yeah.
That's true. That's true. And Belize got so much. It has so much to offer to any status. I don't care, rich, poor, medium. I don't like to. One thing I don't like to do is talk money or talk cash because I'm not that type of person. I'm never that. All I want to do is live my life for what God want me to live it, and go from there.
Yeah.
And I enjoy talking and meeting good people, and Belizeans are good people. Every time we go, we have a great time.
They really are. That's what helped us because we moved from the States and then we're there.
I'll be right back. You continue talking. I'll be right back, Chris.
Okay, gotcha.
Leave your family and everything, but Belizeans became my family, you know, and like we took a big picture of all of us, and then all of a sudden we got the picture back, and the only like bright red ones were Dennis and I. Everyone else had beautiful caramel to like chocolate skin, and I was like, "Did you remember you're white?" Because we love to have like darker skin, so it was just like I had grandmothers, I have nieces and nephews, I have you know brothers and sisters, and I had people cooking for me, and then teaching me how to make rice and beans and chicken. And all this just amazing stuff. People are just really helpful.
And are you missing it?
Loving. And I
are you
love that.
You miss it? You miss it now?
I do. I mean, we would so be there except for me. He would be there in a second, but it's because of my terrible health condition. So I get so hot.
Yeah.
But I think he's hoping in the future that we could kind of, you know, because like sometimes in Florida, places like that, it's more air conditioned, but Belizeans don't love air conditioning. And that's probably good. A lot of times air conditioning is not so great for your sinuses and that kind of thing.
Right.
So things aren't as air conditioned, but like I do miss it. I mean, especially right now, I wish we could go spend a good chunk.
And I think Laura going through the same thing right now as far as health wise. She always, maybe it's the ladies thing, for her gets hot and cold, and I'm like, okay. So, and she know Belize get very hot. So you know, of course with us, she already said that if we bought the house, that she got to have a part in planning it and building it because she wants AC.
AC.
So she definitely wants AC in the building.
Yeah, and it makes you feel like it makes a huge difference. And like for me, well, we're coming from Michigan, he cracks the window open when it's, you know, snowing, because his idea is if I get cold, I get closer to him for body warmth, and then he will have it freezing in there. So,
that's a good plan, Dennis.
I told him your cuddle thing.
Oh yeah.
Let's scoot over.
Oh man. Well, Chris, man, it's been awesome. Hey, listen, I have another important call to take, so I'm gonna let you go for now. But you know what? Later on, let's catch up on another call.
Yeah, we need to talk more.
We'll see how I can help you move forward.
Okay, definitely. We definitely do that because I told you the moving process and building process. I'm gonna reach out to you and Steph and see how we go from there.
Well, we're here to help you out for every step of the way.
And thank y'all for what you did for us. My family's happy. Now we're gonna have a vacation spot we can definitely go home to and call it home. I want to tell y'all thank you. And I will reach out to all my other friends and clients and let them know that everything's a go.
And thank you too. Steph and I really appreciate working with you guys. You've been awesome. And
I really want to share a meal. We'd love to be when we're down there together, share a meal.
Yes, with really all your clients. We want to be part of that. All your clients, everybody get together. We're right there.
All right, Chris, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, y'all. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.